gets mad that even a noble is a traitor. He walks towards Wall and punches it, saying we were keeping traitors among us, that's my fault. Borolda says, don't blame yourself, you didn't know. Leader says this place was organization based, why didn't they find any evidence during raid? Ivy says traitor guards might have reported false information. Latera says you're right, now let's check this place. Agrop asks, you're not 6. Ivy annoyingly replies, I'm not. It's because her amazing deduction. Ivy says traitor guards might have reported false information. Latera says you're right, now let's check this place. Agrop asks, you're not 6. Ivy annoyingly replies, I'm 9. It's because her amazing deduction skill. Afterwards, they walk towards room where Malgajula is in charge. Captain gives him another duty, and as he leaves, they start searching the room. They look through all the documents and papers there. Just then, Ivy starts thinking about a clue and spots a book that has been touched many times. She goes to investigate, and as she touches it, it shines, and she falls, revealing a hidden room. Inside, they find an incredible sum of money, indicating that the organization is very large. They find records of organization's business dealings. Captain says, let's leave it as it, not to alert traitors. In the next scene, we see they are all discussing traitors. Shifale says, with Ivy's help, we're able to see our enemies. Latera says, now we will catch everyone in organization. Ivy says, yes. Later, she pours some water and tub fills again. Latera says, it's a magic item that summons water. Ivy says, this will make doing laundry easy. Now as she takes out clothes, Latera asks if you really are a boy. Hearing this, she's about to cry. He says, don't cry. She replies, I'm sorry for deceiving you. He says, I understand. It's dangerous for girls to travel alone. I'll keep your secret. Just then, Mila appears and says, it's been a while. She approaches them and invites Ivy to explore the town. She then says, let's go to the sweet shop that's popular here. Ivy hesitates, so Latera interrupts, I also want to come. Mila says, I'm only inviting Ivy to Mamarako. He says, I'll also join, but we will go to Flaflo. She says, okay then, let's all 5 of us go together. Her brothers appear, saying, yeah, 5 of us. Ivy is shocked and speechless, while Latera has a concerned expression. They stare at each other for a moment, and then Mila moves forward. Latera moves in her direction as well. They stop, standing face to face. Ivy wonders what's going to happen next, but moving their hands forward, they get ready, and the next moment they say, rock, paper, scissors. Latera gives the rock sign while Mila gives scissors. Latera wins. He's happy and says, now we'll go to Flaflo, not Mamarako. Now we see the Flaflo shop. The waiter gives sweets to Ivy. The next moment, we see they are all amazed to see both twins eating so quickly, and then asking for more. Latera says, you're supposed to take time to enjoy sweets. He takes a bite and says, now this is happiness. Mila asks, are you enjoying it? Ivy smiles and looks at Sora, who shivers with fear, saying, these people are dangerous. Suddenly, Latera says, if you pick on Ivy, I'll show no mercy. Ivy watches him silently. One person says, is it a joke? We can't fight a 3-star guy. Another says, I only have a 2-star defense skill. Mila stops them, saying, stop being uncivilized. But instead, her brother starts making fun of her, saying, you can only tame slimes to clean trash. Mila feels insecure about this and gets upset. Ivy says, no, I think Mila is amazing. Taking care of trash is incredibly important work to keep the environment clean. Mila thanks her. Her brother says, skills to make money are better than taming. Mila seems stressed and lost somewhere, while Ivy wonders what's wrong. Afterwards, they leave, and as they walk, Ivy tells Latera that Sora was saying they're not good. Latera says, but what about the sweets we ate? She says, they were delicious. He then tells her, I chose that shop because the people there know me, and it was a safe place. She says, so that's why you wanted to go to Flaflo. He says, yeah, I wanted to avoid the place they suggested. Looking at Sora, Ivy says, it's sad they're bad. Latera then says, when I was little, children could run around this town freely. When we did good, adults used to praise us. When they caught us doing mischief, they'd give us a smack. Then we see a little boy wandering around and trying to catch a butterfly, but his mother appears and stops him. Latera says, now the town has become unsafe because of kidnappings. Adults have to watch over their kids. Later at evening, Latera tells everyone we met Green Gale. They say, did Green Gale come to abduct Ivy? Ivy says they came to invite me in snacks. Shifale says, now they wants to sell Ivy. Leader questions, why would they risk kidnapping Ivy? Another says, yeah, people would suspect. Ivy thinks, and it clicks in her mind, decoy. She says, if Green Gale is just a decoy, then it wouldn't be a problem for the organization if they're exposed as traitors. The bald guy says, but traitors will become wanted criminals all across the country. And Ivy says, what if the organization sees and the the others as sacrificial pawns. Ladera says, what should we do? Ivy says, I have a plan, and tells everyone everything. The leader says, okay, now is our chance to catch the traitors. The next day, we see all adventurers gather outside the guild. Guild Master Rogleaf addresses them. I have called you here today to ask for a favor. Guild Master Rogleaf addresses them. I have called you here today to ask for a favor. This is Ivy. As you know, kidnapping cases are increasing in town. I want you all to protect Ivy. However, this child needs to learn your faces, so please introduce yourselves one by one. Meanwhile, Mila waves to Ivy, who waves back. The first man walks toward Ivy. Ivy notices Sora, who's already shivering. He greets Ivy, who responds, nice to meet you. Ivy is shocked to see Sora trembling even more forcefully and tells Ballorda, who responds, what? Already. On the other side, Captain Birksby appears deep in thought. The vice captain asks, what's on your mind? Birksby replies, you're just imagining things. Then he adds, that child, Ivy, is something special. Because of her, we'll be able to find the traitors. Just then, he hears someone calling his name. It's Shifale and their team. Shifale says, please organize a special unit. A monster lair has been discovered in a cave in the forest.
Oh, look at one of those lips.
To select members for special unit. Now we see the shop where they all are sitting. Ivy asks what's Danzu. Ladera says it's dangerous.
The big
Mila
guys
says
have
it's sweetest
lips?
confection
And
here. You must try. Now she orders
the girls
Danzu
have
for
lips,
everyone.
but,
Shopkeeper says,
why
okay,
does
I'll break.
everyone have
Disappointing
lips except
Ladera.
the
Meanwhile,
kid?
Ivy checks Sora,
Why
who
does
is
she don't
shivering.
have
She
lips?
grabs Ladera.
What's
Signaling
wrong?
Sora
Is
says,
that a
waiter
power
is
to
back.
have
Now
no
they all
lips?
chit-chat with each other.
What's
Ladera
wrong?
says, I
Or
need
is
your
that
help for a
just
secret
a
mission. Owner is
anime
listening
tradition?
everything while he prepares
A power
sweets.
to have no
Ladera
lips.
says,
Is
a
that
large
just an
guard unit
anime
is being sent
tradition
to
or
fight
what?
ogres, leaving the vulnerable to attacks. Twins says, okay, we will help you in town safety, while owner mixes sleep potion in 2 bowls and smiles. He then serves the sweets to everyone. Looking at sweets, Ladera signals Ivy not to eat. Now as they talk further, owner leaves. He rushes off to inform organization to attack town, while Ladera asks them why you are helping organization. Mila says, what are you talking about? Ladera slides poisonous sweet saying, then eat this. Mila says, let's stop this, brothers. Ladera says, I know you're traitors. And in next moment they're ready to fight him. Malma takes out his daggers. Tolta takes out his sword to fight as Ladera knows their truth. Kicking table, Malma moves forward to attack but Ladera dodges. They start fighting. Ladera punches him, slamming him into wall. Now Tolta lunges to attack. Ladera stops him saying give up. Ivy is scared, while Ladera throws him away. Malma gets up to fight Ladera, who keeps dodging. Just then Ivy tells Ladera to look behind as Tolta comes to attack, and Ladera flames him, so Malma uses water to nullify it. Now both get ready to attack again, so Ladera takes out his sword. As they move, Mila uses her slimes to stop both. As they are dealing with slimes, Ladera gets chance to attack and now they lie defeated. Now Mila says I am sorry for betrayal, but Ivy says thank you for stopping twins. Just then Ladera's friend appears asking what's really going on. Ladera says, help us return them to their rightful place. Now back to the palace, guards are standing in duty. Suddenly organization's people come to attack and guards start fighting with them, while some of them goes to traitor guard. They signal to each other and then he took them inside and tells them to go in that room. Now the traitor Nobel also walked towards that room. Entering, he says, good job and walks to push the book. Secret room opens. He enters in and sees sleep bomb. He is shocked. Just then one of the sleep bomb blasts. It starts spreading throughout the palace. Organization people couldn't breathe and get unconscious. Back to room is bomb blast. They run but fall unconscious. On other hand, Captain is taking special unit to catch ogres. Agrop says traitors behind us is ready to take us down. Captain says they are fools. He then give him a device and Agrop concerningly asks is it okay to use it. Captain says it's okay. Now traitors are ready to take out their sword, and they both realize traitors gonna attack. 2 traitors take out their arrows to attack. Captain says Agrop get ready. As they attack, Agrop dodges it and Captain opens the net. As they all struggle, Captain electrocute them to numb their magic. Now Agrop jump from his back to catch next half. Meanwhile, Leader also starts fighting traitor adventurers, and his friends also start beating them. A man tries to use knife but get a powerful kick. Shifale beat them with a bat. A man attacks Baldy who
Yo, it's Baldy from the Baldy game. Is that Baldy?
After catching
Holy
them, Captain says you can't fool us anymore, and Agrop electrocute them more. Now we see
Holy
Palace. Captain says we captured all traitors. Leader thanks Ivy for detecting traitors.
What?
Ballorda says now town is safe. Noble is mad as he's taken to jail, and Noble Foronda says nobody will save you now. Meanwhile, people of town angrily asking for traitors. Ballorda says this is bad, but Captain runs toward them. He says everyone be quiet, they will get the punishment. But people says bring them out, we will kill traitors. Captain says if they die here they will be free. I assure you they will get severe
Hindi ko naman, nagkapsarap kasi.
The man went to the sea.
Sarap all the way from bottom to top. May Mnbvl vitamin B2 na. Tulong para bibang-bibo sa school. Try ko nga. Top sarap. Your morning Mnbvl snack.
An ugly bird lands. Captain says if they die here they will be free. I assure you they will get severe punishment for what they did. Listening this, Ivy says Captain is amazing. Latera says, I think you're more amazing. Ivy says, I want to be like Captain. Is so long. Just then, she spots a document. Captain says, 150 ladle reward you get for capturing traitors. Can you sign right here for accepting? Ivy starts calculating. The sum is too large. Then she takes the pen and signs papers. The next morning, Ivy checks the traps. She's disappointed. Not a single rat has been caught. Just then, Seal appears, and Ivy gets happy to see him. She hugs him, and then he walks inside the bushes. In the next moment, rats and rabbits are led to Ivy's trap. Ivy says, Seal, you did this for me, and smiles. Later in the meat shop, the shopkeeper says, you always bring fresh meat. Ivy says, I'll bring more. He replies, you keep my business running, kid, and pays her the money. She says, thank you. In the next scene, we see a lot of dishes and people enjoying together in a restaurant. Ivy is sitting with everyone at a huge dinner table. The guild master says, let's celebrate the organization's downfall, and everyone cheers. As Ivy is drinking, everyone piles food in front of her. After that, Captain tells them that Noble Fultoria confessed everything about the organization's dark secrets, and now the organization is totally gone. Ivy asks, what about Mila and her brothers? Guildmaster says, they are imprisoned for helping organization. While in prison, Mila says, finally I'm free from bad work. Now Guildmaster says, we're finally at ease. Ivy says, I want to show you something. She takes out Sora, saying, he is the one who helped us. Guildmaster says, you restored peace to the town, and Sora smiles. He then asks Ivy, would you consider living in this town? Captain also says, yeah, we want you to stay with us. Ivy gets emotional. Others also ask her to live with them here. She is amazed as she asks, I can live here. Everyone is waiting for her answer. She then looks at Sora and remembers the old lady's words, that if she finds someone to trust someday, she should tell them about herself. She then tells them, I have to say something. She holds Sora and says, I'm completely starless. Everyone is amazed by this. She continues, when I was 5, I touched holy water at church. It showed I am a starless tamer. Priest got mad, saying, God has abandoned this girl. After that, I was thrown out of my home. My friends threw stones at me. I ran out from the village, hurt, but a kind fortune teller lady adopted me. But on other side, the village head told the villagers that starless kids bring misfortune. He sent them to hunt me down. I kept running. I was sad and hurt. I was scared, thinking, how long will I be hunted? So I ran and kept running all the way here. She is so sad, holding Sora, as the others listen and watch her. Latera says, I see you have incredible strength. Another says, you are so strong, Ivy. We are here for you. Tears start falling from her eyes. The guild master says, we will keep your secret, Ivy. Agrop says, we will take your secret to our graves. Wiping her tears, she says, I want to continue my journey. Holding Sora, she says, until now, I was running for my life. But then I met Captain Ogden, and he helped me a lot without asking many questions. Just like that, you all helped me, different from the people in my village or my family. Now I understand what the fortune teller meant, so I want to meet more people like you all, and by traveling, I may be able to learn more. They say, Ivy, now your journey is about finding something new. She says, yeah. One of them pampers Sora, saying, I'll miss you. Now Captain says, let's have best time with Ivy. Ballorda says, in honor of Ivy's departure tonight we drink. They share some happy moments. Now Ivy takes Sora aside. Sora says, poo-poo, as Ivy says, this is real happiness, right? The next morning, everyone gathers to say goodbye to Ivy. Ivy says, I'm ready to go. Latera asks, is she not forgetting anything? Captain says, that's enough. Ivy then swirls thanking for magic bags. It's easy to carry things. Everyone gives her well wishes for her journey. Captain says, Ivy, I did some research on Sora. Sora is weakest slime that can be tamed by Starless only. Something clicks for her, and she opens the bag, thinking, I came into existence to meet Sora. Now they say, feel free to come back anytime, and she waves them goodbye. They watch her as she reaches far, and Seal appears, shocking them. Shifale says, she's Starless but has tamed the strongest monster. Now Seal pampers Ivy. Sora also comes out and seems happy. After that, they happily continue the journey. With this, our story ends happily. If you want the next part of the video, please give 1 million likes and subscribe. Share your views in the comment box. I will be reading all of your comments. You guys are the best. Lloyd was an orphan who got adopted by the strongest S-rank wizard and became an adventurer. But his party fired him because he was a useless support mage. However, no one except his teacher knows that he is actually the chosen hero who will defeat the Demon King. When Lloyd was just a boy, his hometown got destroyed because of the Demon King's attack. However, he survived, and an S-rank adventurer wizard named Merlin found him. She seemed to have lost someone precious in the battle against the Demon King too, and to cope up with her loss, she decided to adopt Lloyd and take him as her disciple. Merlin takes him to her house, and the very first thing she does is create a fireball out of thin air. She tells the